HaKadosh Boker Tov. We're just continuing with halachot of Hiluchot Shabbat. Now we're going to speak about an interesting topic which is called shutafut with the goy. That means you have a partnership with the goy in a business. So it's actually brought down that when you're going to have a partnership with a goy in a business, you have to make a condition from the beginning when you're starting the partnership, from the onset, that basically that all of the profits of the Shabbat goes to the goy. Whether it's going to be a lot or a little bit, it doesn't matter what. And then in parallel to that, you're going to get one of the days of the week. So for example, let's say I would get Sunday and the goy gets Shabbat. Or I would get Tuesday and the goy gets the Shabbat. Now whether it's going to be a lot or a little, it doesn't matter, because basically you took that day and the goy took the day of the Shabbat. Now if you did not do so at the beginning of the partnership, so therefore the goy takes the full portion of the Shabbat, and the rest you divide it equally. So the Shabbat goes 100% to the goy, and then the other 6 days of the week you divide equally. Now he comes and he says, what happens if they don't know how much is the Shabbat? So therefore what you do is that the goy is going to take 1/7. So he's going to take 1/7 of the profits, and then the rest you're going to divide it equally. However, though, even though we just mentioned this, since there's so many different details to do with this halakha, whether it's to do with the entire concept of making a partnership, not a partnership, how did you do it, how didn't you do it, are you making a joke out of it, that at the end anyway you divide everything equally, and so on and so forth, and sometimes you could be over, whether it's going to be minadin and sometimes only maritayim. Obviously a person should be very, very careful how they set up such a transaction, because many times they could be over on isurim minadin or on marit ayin. So that's going to be very, very important. Please note that in the next shiur, what we're going to try to do is, even though the siman, this was all an introduction to Amira Legoy, even though the siman of Resh Mem Gimel speaks about whether you're going to rent out, whether it's going to be a field or the bathhouse, obviously we don't have that nowadays. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to bring it only just to the halakha l'maaseh. So we'll speak about, can you rent out, whether it's going to be office space or things like that, and then we'll go from there just to understand what it is, the basic principles of the halakha.